Is it presently worth buying a law enforcement trade-in firearm? Well, it's going to depend on a few factors. What type of firearm are you looking for? You're looking for a shotgun? I'm going to tell you right off the bat, no. And the reason I say that is most of the police shotguns that I've had the opportunity to handle from a variety of agencies are usually pretty beat up. For $50 to $75 more, you can buy a brand new Mossberg 500 or Remington 870. As far as patrol rifles go, occasionally those come up for sale. Definitely worth it for the $500 to $700 range. Yeah, I would do that. And as far as handguns go, well, as you can see, I have bought a few over the years. And these are just two such examples in my collection. Now, right now, the best buys for sure are on Sig Sauers and H&Ks. A lot of this is all going to play into what your budget is, what part of the country you live in, whether or not you're buying for collector purposes. So these are all things that, take into consideration. It's definitely a buyer's market right now if you're a collector. If you're buying for self-defense though, not necessarily. I mean, the big pro to buying a used police trade-in pistol is if it comes with multiple magazines. If it doesn't, not always worth it. However, the caveat to that might be if you want multiple calibers. A lot of agencies right now are dumping their .40 caliber handguns, and you can get 9mm conversion barrels for about $100. This handgun also came with 2 magazines when I bought it. Of course, you will have to then go out and buy the 9mm magazines to then be able to cycle 9mm reliably. So that's kind of one of the trade-offs on that end of things. So you do have to invest a little bit of money into the gun if you're looking to shoot multiple calibers. 9 obviously becoming much more popular than .40 over the past year, year and a half. So something else to contend with or consider is that some of these guns might have some interesting features not normally found on their commercial counterparts. They might have, for example, in the case of the Glock, they might have 12-pound triggers on them. As a New York trigger package. This particular example above does not have that, but because there were so many issues with negligent discharges with Glocks by law enforcement through the years, there became a lot of hesitation for some agencies to even adopt them. And some agencies never adopted Glocks because of it, or they waited many, many years before giving it additional consideration. So Smith & Wesson actually had the answer to that in the case of this M&P, which has a couple more sort of unique features. For example, in here, I don't know if you can see it that well, there is a little takedown lever that I've just engaged here. And you simply rotate and ride the slide forward without pulling the trigger, and the entire slide will come off. And then you just reverse the process. So that's something else to be aware of. Also, this M&P features a magazine disconnect. This can be a pro or a con. It just depends on your preference. You need to decide, is that a feature you want, or is it a feature you want disengaged? So, in summation of all this, presently, if you're a collector, yes, definitely worth buying handguns. If you're buying for self-defense and you want a higher-end gun like an H&K or a Sig Sauer, definitely worth buying a law enforcement trade-in. If you're looking for self-defense purposes and you're looking to buy one of the polymer-framed handguns, not so much unless you live somewhere like Massachusetts where you're operating off of a list of approved handguns, in which case you may be forced to buy something like a Gen 2 at an inflated price. And I would say in that case, then yes, it would be worth buying for self-defense. Under normal circumstances in free parts of this country, probably not so much. So, thanks for watching, guys. If you want to see more videos like this, just sort of analyzing the current market, additional look at my collection, I'm working on some things here on the channel as well. Make sure to head over to my Facebook page, give that a like. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and that bell button to get notifications about the current battle and the right to keep and bear arms in this country. We're under attack from bipartisan coalitions of individuals who wish to restrict both of the firearms on this table and many, many others.